Alright, so we've finished modelling, we've got the colour on our character, we've got the texture on him as well. What we need to do now is just light him and render him so we've got this gorgeous render at the end of it. So before we do that, what we can do is set up a camera and also maybe do a simple background. And so before I do any backgrounds, I always like to set the camera first. The reason for that is because you don't want to build this big elaborate background and then when you bring the camera in you don't see most of the background, it's chopped off. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'll just quickly demonstrate. So create camera, there we go. And so we have a camera here now. It's very small, but don't scale it because that can affect the way you render and it could give you like unpredictable and really bad results. What you want to do is, if you want to make this camera bigger, is go to object display, and where it says locate to scale, type in a bigger number than 1, say 5, boom, there you go. So you've got a bigger camera now and you can like move it around. So this is the perspective view, but we want to look through the camera view. What I like to do is go to the panel here where it says side view and change it to perspective, and where it's perspective, change it to camera 1. So this is the camera view now. And you want to think, well, what's the ratio of this? Because we want to see the camera frame so we know what's in frame, what's out frame. So if you click on this little, this is the render options. And there's a lot of options which we will go through when it comes time to rendering. But for now, I just want you to focus on the image size. And so let's just say 1K, okay? So we want to see the edge of frame so we know what's in frame, what's out of frame. So select the camera, and I know it's like comes up error, but just ignore it. So select the camera and then go to display options. Switch on the resolution. Now you can see the resolution, but the top and the bottom is cut off. And that's because the overscan's on 1. Type in say 1.3 and there you go, you get to see the frame. Also you can play around with the display like gate mask, opacity, put it on 1, maybe the colour black, and something like that. So basically what you want to do is you want to play around with the camera angle and think of how you want this camera and this character to look. Now we're using a 35mm lens. You can change the lens here if you want. So here 35, you know, it's up to you. Like if you do 12 it's really distorted, or if you go the other way like 75 it gives you much less distortion, something like that, you see. I like to go for like 35 or 50, and so it's not too much distortion. So maybe something like that, or it depends what angle. Maybe something like that. And once you're happy with the camera angle, you can click on this and it locks the camera angle. So now I'm trying to move it, you see, and it won't move. Okay, so that's that done. Control S, save your scene. So we've set the camera angle. Now what we need to do, I'm going to hit 5 so we can actually see it well. 6 allows us to see the texture view as well. I'm going to select the character. Now he's floating in midair. I like my character to be like sitting or resting on the ground where it's the grid. So first of all I like to do DV middle mouse snap so I know that the pivot is right at the bottom of his foot, and then X middle mouse snap. Now I know he's touching the grid. Well actually he's gone below the grid. It's probably easier to do it at the front view. Yeah, so X middle mouse snap, there we go. He's right on the floor as you can see. Now that's going to change the camera view as you can see. So let's unlock the camera and let's move the camera around. I'm just trying to think like how I want this dude. Maybe something like that. It looks cool. Okay, so again I'm going to lock the camera and so there you go, it's all set up. So what we need to do next is create the background. What we can do with this image plane is say show, no image plane, so untick it. There we go, Control S, save your scene. We can make it just a bit brighter now. So let's say 1.5, that'll do. Maybe a bit more. Yeah, 1.5 is fine. Right, okay, so there we go. So if we take a look, we can do it bright here as well. So 1.5. There we go. So we can actually see it better. And Control S save your scene, and yeah. So we've set up the camera, and I'll see you next video.